What if the most dangerous magic spell in entertainment isn't Avada Kedavra, but nostalgia? That's the challenge facing the new Harry Potter TV series. For millions, Harry Potter isn't just a story, it's a childhood memory, a comfort watch, even a part of their identity. So when Warner Bros. Announced a new series with a completely new cast, the internet reacted instantly with excitement, fear, hope, and outrage. The goal isn't to erase the movies, but to do something harder, retell the same story in greater detail for an audience that already knows every twist. People will definitely watch. The real question is whether this version can feel magical again, or like rereading a beloved book while someone keeps stopping you to point out what's different. What the new Harry Potter series is trying to do. The upcoming Harry Potter series is designed as a long-form television adaptation of J.K. Rowling's 7 original novels, with each season expected to focus on one book. Unlike the films, which had to compress hundreds of pages into 2-hour runtimes, the series format allows the story to breathe. That means more time at Hogwarts, more character development, and more moments that book readers remember, but movie-only fans never saw. Warner Bros. Discovery has framed the project as a faithful adaptation, a phrase that instantly became both a promise and a pressure cooker. For fans, faithful means honoring character personalities, relationships, and themes. For the studio, it means balancing accuracy with pacing, modern production standards, and a global audience that has changed a lot since the early 2000s. This is not a reboot in the sense of reinventing the story. It's closer to a retelling with better tools, more time, and much higher expectations. Why fans have mixed feelings about the series. The excitement around the new series exists side by side with anxiety, and that anxiety is understandable. The original Harry Potter films are iconic. The casting of Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint is burned into pop culture history. John Williams' score still gives people chills. Many fans grew up alongside those films, aging with the characters year by year. So when people hear new cast, what they really hear is someone else is touching my childhood. Fans worry about unnecessary changes, tonal shifts, or performances that feel like imitations rather than authentic portrayals. At the same time, there's also genuine hope. Book readers, especially, have wanted a more detailed adaptation for years, one that gives space to subplots, side characters, and emotional arcs that the films had to rush or cut entirely. What we know about the new cast. One of the biggest talking points surrounding the series is the casting. Warner Bros. Conducted a massive open casting search, reviewing tens of thousands of auditions to find a new Harry, Ron, and Hermione. The studio's decision to go with relatively unknown young actors signals a desire to let audiences grow with the characters again, just as they did with the original films. The actors chosen to play Harry, Ron, and Hermione are new faces to most viewers, which is intentional. Rather than relying on star power, the production is betting on chemistry, long-term performance growth, and authenticity. This approach mirrors what made the original films work, casting children who could grow naturally into their roles over time, rather than forcing instant perfection. On the adult side, the casting has leaned toward experienced, respected actors with strong theatrical backgrounds. Characters like Dumbledore, Snape, McGonagall, and Hagrid are being played by performers known for emotional range and screen presence, suggesting the show wants to explore these characters in more depth rather than treating them as background authority figures. Why the series format changes everything. The biggest advantage this Harry Potter adaptation has over the films is time. Television allows for slower storytelling, richer world building, and deeper emotional investment. Hogwarts can finally feel like a real school again, not just a series of hallways connecting plot points. Classes, friendships, rivalries, detentions, and quiet character moments can exist without being sacrificed for runtime. This also opens the door for better pacing of the darker elements of the story. In the books, the shift from whimsical magic to serious moral conflict happens gradually. The films sometimes had to accelerate that transition. A multi-season series can let the tone mature naturally, allowing the early seasons to feel warm and playful before the later ones become heavier and more intense. What fans are hoping to see this time? Many fans are hoping the series will finally do justice to characters who were sidelined in the films. Figures like Ginny Weasley, Neville Longbottom, and even Ron himself are often cited as being underdeveloped on screen compared to their book counterparts. The series has an opportunity to restore those arcs and give each character a clearer emotional journey. There's also hope that the magical world itself will feel more alive. The books are full of small details, moving staircases, enchanted ceilings, talking portraits, and strange magical rules that didn't always make it into the films. Fans want Hogwarts to feel less like a movie set and more like a place you could actually get lost in. The challenge of modern expectations. One unavoidable reality is that this series is being made in a very different cultural environment than the original films. Audiences today are more vocal, more critical, and more globally connected. Every casting announcement, costume reveal, or leaked photo is instantly dissected online. The series won't have the luxury of growing quietly in the background. The creative team has to navigate modern expectations without turning the show into a lecture or stripping it of its original charm. Fans don't want the story to feel outdated, but they also don't want it to feel like it's chasing trends. Striking that balance will likely be one of the defining factors in whether the series succeeds. Will the new series replace the movies? The short answer is no. The movies aren't going anywhere, and they still hold a powerful place in pop culture. This series isn't meant to replace them, it's meant to sit alongside them. Think of it less as a remake and more as a second, longer edition of the same book. Some people will prefer the films, others will prefer the series. Many will enjoy both for different reasons. If the show succeeds, it won't be because it beats the movies. It will be because it gives fans something new to love without taking away what they already cherish. Why the stakes are so high? Few franchises come with expectations this intense. Harry Potter isn't just entertainment, it's a shared cultural language across generations and countries. The success or failure of this series will shape how studios approach beloved franchises in the future. If it works, it proves that long-form, faithful adaptations can coexist with classic films. If it fails, it becomes a cautionary tale about touching stories that never needed fixing. Can magic happen twice? The return of Harry Potter to the screen is both exciting and terrifying for fans and creators alike. The ingredients are there: time, budget, talent, and a story that has already proven its power. What remains to be seen is whether the series can capture the emotional spark that made people fall in love with the wizarding world in the first place. Magic, after all, isn't just spells and wands. It's timing, sincerity, and heart. And if this series gets those things right, it won't matter that we already know the ending. We'll happily take the journey all over again. Harry Potter reminds us that magic isn't just about spells and castles. It's about friendship, courage, and choosing what's right even when it's hard. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the wizarding world and want more stories that explore movies, series, and pop culture beyond the surface, like and subscribe, because the next chapter of magic is only just beginning.